We will start. Vinayak namastubhyam satatam modaka priya nirvignam kuru no deva sarvakaryeshu sarvada saraswati namastubhyam varade kamarupini vidyarambham karishyamaha siddhir bhavatu no sada gurur brahma gurur vishnu gurur devo maheshwaraha guru sakshat param brahma tasmai shri gurave namaha. Shri Rama Rama Rameti Rame Rame Manorame Sahasranama Tattuliyam Ramanama Varanane Apadama Pahartaram Dataram Sarvasampadam Lokabhiramam Shri Ramam Bhuyo Bhuyo Namamyaham Ramaya Ramabhadraya Ramachandraya Vedhase Raghunathaya Nathaya Sitaya Pataye Namaha Shri Raghavam Dasharathatmajam Aprameyam Sitapatim Raghukulan Vayaratnadipam Ajanubahumaravinda Dalayataaksham Ramam Nishachara Vinashakaram Namami Shri Raghurama Charu Tulasi Daladhama Shamakshama Shringara Gunabhirama Trijagannuta Shaurya Ramalalama Durvaru Kabandha Rakshasa Virama Jagajjana Kalmasharnavottarakanama Bhadragiri Dasharathi Karunapayonidhi Anjaneya Matipatalanam Kanchanadrikamaniya Vigraham Parijata Tarumulavasinam Bhavayami Pavamananandanam Yatra Yatra Raghunatha Kirtanam Tatra Tatra Kritamastakanjalim Bashpavari Paripurnalochanam Marutim Namatarakshasantakam Buddhir Balam Yashodhairyam Nirbhayatvamarogata Ajadyam Vakpatitvancha Hanumatsmarana Bhavet Kujantam Rama Rameti Madhuram Madhuraksharam Aruhya Kavita Shakham Vande Valmiki Kokilam. Jatana Panchangam, March 16th, 2024. Shobhakrunnama Samvatsare Uttarayane Shishirratau Falgunamase Shuklapakshe Saptami Tithi till 8 afternoon. Sthiravasaraha Mragashirsham Nakshatram till almost 7:17 a.m. tomorrow morning, followed by Ardra Nakshatram. Preeti Yogaha till 8:38, followed by Ayushman. Vanik Karanam, coinciding with the ending of the Tithi, till 8 afternoon, followed by Vishti Karanam, followed by Bhava Karanam. Sarvebhyaha Suprabhatam. So last time we completed almost a month back. We left when Rama left, just about the time or just after the Rama Janma Bhumi Pratishthapanam, Prana Pratishtha day. So we'll continue from there. Ata ekachatvarimsha sargah.
Ata ekachatvarim sargah.
Tasminstu purushavyagre.
Tasmintu purusham vyagre.
Viniryate krutanjalau.
Viniryati krutanjalam.
Artha shabdotha sanjagne.
Artha shabdau.
Artha shabdotha
Ada shabdauta.
sanjagne.
Samjagne.
Srinamantah pure mahan.
Srinamantah pure mahan.
So we saw already that when people stayed there, everybody stayed on the roads till they saw the dhuli, the dust from the ground, as the chariot, Rama's chariot, picked speed and it was running away. Only the cloud of dust covered, and they lost sight of Rama and Rama's chariot. Till that time, they all stayed, and then they, now is the situation, or now the narration of what each person's experience or feelings are. It's all lamentations. Everybody is crying. So tasminstu purusha vyagre viniryate. Upon the departure of the purusha vyagra, of the tiger of the man, upon his leaving or upon his departure. Krutanjalau, everyone standing in the Anjali Mudra. Artha Shabdaha, Atha is then. Then Artha Shabdaha Sanjagni, big cry. Artha, oh no, ऐसा. Artha Shabdaha Sanjagni. Whose Artha Shabdaha? Antahpure Strinam, of the woman from the Antahpura, from the internal palace, internal quarters. So the woman started crying from the deep inside the palace because they couldn't come out, but they remained there. And when they realized that finally the roar sort of, they could not hear chariot sounds and all anymore, then they started crying loudly. Mahan Artha Shabdaha Sanjagni. Great meaning, a big, huge, loud cry has come of the woman from the Antahpura. Anathasya janasyasya
Anathasya janasyasya
durbalasya tapasvinaha
durbalasya tapasvinaha
yogatis sharanam chasit
yogatis sharanam chasi
sanatah kvanugacchati.
sanatah kvanugacchati.
So now each people is crying. So they were saying, one of them was saying, Asya janasya anathasya durbalasya, of this people, janaha, of these people who are durbalaha, they're not very strong, they're weak people. And anathaha, when orphans isn't not necessarily parent orphan, but without lord. Natha is lord, without a lord is anatha. So anathasya asya janasya durbalasya, and also of tapasvinaha. So janasya, the anathasya janasya. And the second category of people are tapasvinaha, those who do tapas, those who are into just doing their work. And generally, they don't protect themselves. They don't have their own security and all. So they need security from the king. So durbalasya tapasvinaha, of the weak tapasvis. And the or the lordless people. For such people, yaha sharanam, yaha gatihi sharanam chasit. Of those people, of such people, the one who was the gati, who was the direction or the destination, and sharanam, refuge always. If a tapasvi had some, somebody looting their labs, or somebody doing tapas, they come and break their ashrams. Any vandalism, any looting, any disturbance caused to them, they would immediately go to Rama. Or the people who are weak people, let's say they maybe in some famine, bad times, there was recession, let us say, and they didn't have jobs and all, they would go to Rama as a refuge. Rama will take care of them, either employ them or give them some money or whatever, or give them food, like that. So anathasya janasya tapasvinaha durbalasya tapasvinaha yaha gatihi sharanam chasit. Such a gati, such a destination, such a direction for the people, such a beacon for the people, sanathaha kvanugacchati, such Lord, where is he gone? Is what the woman started crying. That Lord, who was the who unto whom people would look up to, of both poor people, those who don't have anyone to look after them, and the weak, but yet sadhakas, tapasvis, he was the Lord. And such Lord, Are, Kvanugacchati, where is he now gone? We don't know. How can he be let go? Na krudhyatya vishaptopi.
Na krudhyat abhishaktopi shaptopi
Rodhaniyani varjayan.
क्रोधनीयानि वर्जयन्
क्रुद्धान् प्रसादयन् सर्वान्
क्रुद्धान् प्रसादयन् सर्वान्
समदुःखः क्वचित् गतः.
समदुःख क्वचित् गतः.
So they are further continuing. They are saying, na krudhyati. He never, there is no word called, he never angers. We don't have such a verb, right? Anger is a noun. Angry is also a noun. There is no verb form of it, I think. He never angers. Na krudhyati. He never gets angry. Abhishaptopi. Even if he is called bad names or whatever. We see that even with our current Rajarshi. People every rest, all opposition, all his opposition, keep calling bad names, chor hai, this hai, that hai. He never calls them any bad names. He is cool. He is always cool. And so like so is Rama. Abhishaptaha api. Even if people curse him, call him bad names, call wrong allegations on him, whatever they might do, for whatever reason, if at all. Na krudhyati. He doesn't lose his anger. He doesn't lose his control. Na krudhyati. Krodhaniyani varjayan. What is that great quality in him? Krodhaniyani varjayan. By giving away, by slowly giving away, varjayati is removing away or giving away. By giving away krodhaniyani, whatever causes anger, he puts them aside. Whether it is qualities within himself or the people around. If those people are trying to provoke him by calling all bad names and all, he just puts them aside. He ignores them. Because if you focus on them, then you become angry. Their intent is by provoking you, by calling bad names, is so that you lose anger, you lose your control. And a smart person should ignore such guys, realizing that, oh, they want me to lose control. And so I will remain cool by ignoring them, by focusing on somewhere else, which keeps my cool. So, krodhaniyani varjayan, kruddhan prasadayan. Not only that, he also attempts. See, normally if you ignore and go away, these guys will say, dekh are usne humse dar gaya aur chale ja rahe. I said they will again call bad names on us. So what he does, he attempts. Kruddhan prasadayan. If they are really angry, if they are really, with a reason they are angry at him, then he tries to prasadayan, he tries to please them. Kruddhan prasadayan, krodhaniyani varjayan. Those who try to provoke consciously by avoiding them. But if somebody is really angry for a reason, because he was expecting something and it was not delivered by the government or whatever, such people, by pleasing them, oh, you did not get it? Okay, please have this. Here is additional credit for you. Kruddhan prasadayan sarvan samadukkaha. By trying to please everyone, all sarvan kruddhan prasadayan samadukkaha kvachit gataha. He is one who is a balanced, equanimous person. Sama dukkha. Kvachit gataha. Where is he lost? Where is he gone? Kausalyayam mahatejaha.
कौसल्यायां महातेजाः
Yatha matari vartate.
यथा मातरि वर्तते
Tatha yo vartate smasu.
तथा यो वर्तते स्मासु
Mahatma kvanugacchati.
महात्मा क्वनु गच्छति.
So these women are further saying, Kausalyayam matari mahatejaha yatha vartate. That mahatejaha, that glowing, most radiant Rama, the great Rama, just as he behaves with his mother Kausalya, tatha yo vartate asmasu Mahatma. That Mahatma, he used to behave the same way with us also, even though we are just ordinary women of the palace or the other wives of Dasharatha. But he would still respect us the same way. He would treat us just like he treats his mother with all that love and respect. He would treat us also with the same love and respect. Tatha yah asmasu, tatha yah Mahatma asmasu vartate, kvanu gacchati. Are, such a Mahatma, where is he gone? So see, Mahatma word is used for Sri Ram. And we have unfortunately that Mahatma, that person who realized this Mahatma and always had his name on his tongue, we called him Mahatma. That's okay. But Mahatma is used by all the mothers of Ayodhya Antapura unto Rama. Yo Mahatma asmasu tatha vartate, kvanu gacchati. Where is he gone? Kaikeya klishyamanena
कैकेय्या क्लिश्यमानेन
rajnya sanchodito vanam
राज्ञा सञ्चोदितो वनम्
paritrata janasyasya
परित्राता जनस्यास्य
jagatah kvanu gacchati.
जगतः वनुगच्छति.
So they are further saying one another woman. Each shloka, let's say another woman. One by one, another woman is responding or is venting out. Kausalya, Kaikeyaha, by Kaikeyi, or from because of Kaikeyi, Klishyamanena Rajnya, very sort of hot, what is it called? Arm twisted, arm twisted king. The king arm twisted by Kaikeyi, Vanam Sanchoditaha. He was sort of cornered, he was pushed to declare Rama for exile. Vanam Sanchoditaha. Asya Janasya Paritrata. This the Paritrata is protector. Trata is protector. Paritrata, all around, protector from all around, from all angles of these people. Jagataha, of the world also, of the entire universe also. Jagatah Trata. That such Jagatah, Jagatah Pitaro Vande Parvati Parameshwara, I'm remembering that. So Jagatah Paritrata, Kvanu Gacchati, where is he gone? He is the protector of this whole world and of us also, of us people. Just because of that Kaikeyi, an arm-twisted king had ordered him, how can such a protector be left out to a forest? Where is he gone? Is how people are, women are praying. Aho nischetano raja,
अहो निश्चेतनो राजा
jivalokasya sampriyam,
जीवलोकस्य संप्रियं
dharmyam satyavratam ramam,
धर्मं सत्यव्रतं रामं
vanavase pravatshyati.
वनवासे प्रवसति.
So another there they are saying, Aho, oh no, Raja Nischetanaha, this king is just unconscious. He doesn't have any consciousness or consciousnessless, if I can say that. Doesn't have consciousness. Aho Nischetanaha Raja. Jivalokasya Sampriyam is the most Samyak Priyam, absolutely beloved of the living worlds. Jivalokasya Sampriyam. Dharmyam, one who is the Dharma. Ya pratyaya is typically used to emphasize further. Dharmam is also fine. Dharmyam, ya, when they add pratyaya, it is to emphasize, to add more weight to the quality of that word. So dharmam, dharmyam, dharmyam, satyavratam ramam. One who speaks truth always, who sticks to reality, who speaks real and stays real. Satyavratam ramam, vanavase pravatsyati. This unconscious king, such a great Rama, this king is sending him away to Vanavasa. He is nischetana, he is unconscious, he is consciouslessness. iti sarva mahishyasta
इति सर्वा महिष्यस्ता
vivatsa iva dhenavah
विवत्सा इव धेनवः
रुरुदुश्चैव दुःखार्ताः
रुरुदुश्चैव दुःखार्ताः
सस्वरं च विचुक्रुषुः
सस्वरं सस्वरं च विचक्रुषुः
इति सर्वाः महिष्याः, all the women of the king in the palace. Iti sarvaha mahishyaha, taha, all of those mahishya, all those women, vivatsaha dhenavaha iva. Dhenus is cow, dhenavaha, cows. Vivatsaha, vatsa is their calves. Vigataha vatsaha, vivatsaha. If the cows lost their calf, just as they would cry, Amma, Ba, they will keep crying, right? I don't know why Americans say moo, and that is why it is not a cow. Sorry to say that, but cow should say Amba, because that's from where we learned our mother, the word for mother, Amba, Amma, Ma, all of these terms. So that's why our cow is so precious for us, because we learned mother from mother word from it, from its sound. So such mother cow, if it lost its calf, the way it keeps crying, it doesn't stop. It'll keep moving, crying, ma, ma, like that, so that its child can hear that sound and maybe find its mother and come running back to her. So for that, that's why they cry. Like those cows which lost their calves, these sarvaha mahishya ruruduhu, they were crying. Ruruduhu means rodanam kritavantaha. Ruruduhu. Duhkartaha, with their artaha, their depressed, stressed, distressed, with sorrow, tormentation. Dukhartaha saswaram, with their highest sounds, with their highest pitches, they were crying. Dukhartaha saswaram cha vichukrushuhu, they were shouting also. They were shouting. Crying is not just out of tears, but with words also, with calling all these sentences, all these what do you call, all these feelings, expressing all these feelings, they were crying out and out. Satamantah pure ghoram
सत सतमन्तः पुरे घोरम्
arthashabdam mahipatihi
आर्तशब्दं महीपतिः
putra shokabhisantaptah
पुत्रशोकाभिसन्तप्तः
श्रुत्वा चासीत् सुदुःखितः.
श्रुत्वा चासीत् सुदुःखितः.
So far, as we saw, Dasharatha was still trying to look for Rama's either chariot or the flag on the chariot, or the sounds of the horse deck, etc., etc., right? So he was outside, waiting on the street. Now, when he started hearing all these sounds from inside, Saha tam antahpure ghoram saha mahipatihi tam antahpure ghoram artashabdam shrutva. By listening to this huge cry of all these women from inside the palace, shrutva, by listening, putra shokabhisantaptaha. His santaptaha. Taptaha is burning, burnt. Taptaha, burnt. Burnt by what? By santaptaha, samyak taptaha. All completely burnt. By what? Abhisantaptaha, by all around. Entirely by all around he is burnt. By putra shoka, by that sorrowness of the loss of his son. Putra shoka abhisantaptaha sudukhitaha cha asit. He was also So far, he was only crying by himself. He didn't know whatever else was going on. Now, somehow, after losing the sight of Rama, he happened to hear the sound from Antapura. And so now he became further, what do you say, further sorry, by listening to his woman also crying. Right? Now he has to go back inside. If he goes back inside, how will he address his woman? So with that sorrowness, with that feelings, he became further sorrowful. And what happened now, while this was inside the palace, now we will see what is happening outside in the city. Nagnihotranyahuyanta
नाग्निहोत्राण्यहूयन्त
suryaschantaradhiyata
सूर्यश्चान्तरधीयत
vyasrujan kabalan nagah
व्यसृजन् कबलान् नागः
gavo vatsannapayayan.
गावो वत्सान्नपाययन्.
As I was reading these slokas, I realized this is a voluntary bandh, whatever we otherwise call as bandh in India. Suddenly, if their king, something happens to their leader, bandh, right? But that was a forced bandh. The gundas come and they stop, or their party workers come and enforce bandh. But here it is a voluntary bandh from everybody. What happened? Na agnihotrani ahuyanta. Ahutihi to Agnihotram. Every day you have to keep the Agnihotra lit. Some are there who are Nitya Agnihotra. They keep always their Agnihotras on. But others normally they get up, they do their morning Sandhya, Vandanam, etc. Kriyas, and then they do the Agnihotra Karyam. If somebody didn't do Agnihotra Karyam, that means something wrong or inauspicious happened in their home. Those 10 days or whatever, they don't do offer Agnihotram because their mind, I mean, why don't they do now? Nowadays we do it as a you should not do. It is not that you should not do. It is that if you don't have mind to do it, no heart to do it, and that's what is normally happens. And so those 10 days, 12 days, whatever, they don't do because their mind are they're only crying, having lost their beloved ones. So also here voluntarily, that means they haven't thought about it, that they should do their Agnihotram. They didn't lit their Agnihotras because they lost the king. And they lost their favorite beloved prince. So na agnihotrani ahuyanta. Na agnihotrani ahuyanta. Suryascha antaradhiyata. Are. Even the sun, not only was there fire in their homes, but sun also antardhiyata. Sun also vanished. Sun disappeared. Sun went back. Antardhiyata. Antardhanam. Like God appears and disappears. That is called Antardhanam. Antardhiyata. Antaradhiyata. So sun also went back. Vyasrujan kabalan nagaha. All the kabala is the food that you give. So nobody, the nagaha is what? Whoever are supposed to take those kabbalas, they also Vyasrujan, they also didn't give the kabbala. Means they also gave up. Or let's say the crows that come to take, or the other animals that come to take the kabbala, the food that we normally offer as bhuta daya, they also gave up. They said, hey, we don't want food today. Come on, we don't eat. So they Vyasrujan naga kabbalan gavo vatsan napayayan. Just in the previous sloka, we saw what is the mother. Dhenavaha, vivatsaha, dhenavaha, iva ruduhu. That is the simile Valmiki gave, Maharshi Valmiki gave for those crying women of the palace. Here he is saying, such such a cow also, such a motherly cow also, Vatsan na payayan. They were not feeding their calves.
Nijant hai kya? Is it Nijant pratyay? Payayan?
Payayan, yes, Nijanta, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Pathati, pathayati.
Uh-huh.
Payati, payayati. So they were not even feeding their calves. Gavaha na, gavaha vatsan na payayan. The cows also didn't feed their children. So such was the situation there. Meaning it is a real voluntary bandh. Trishankurlohitangascha
त्रिशङ्कुर्लोहिताङ्गश्च
Bruhaspati Budhavapi
बृहस्पतिबुधावपि
Daruna Somamabhyetya
दारुणाः सोममभ्येत्य
Grahas Sarve Vyavasthitaha.
ग्रहाः सर्वे व्यवस्थिताः
Sarve Graha Vyavasthitaha. All the planets, they remained still. Vyavasthitaha. They nicely remained in their places. Nobody was moving. Sarve Graha Vyavasthitaha. How, having done what? They have done something and then they remained there. And what are they? For example, Trishankuhu. Trishanku is one planet created by Vishwamitra. And we have read that in Balakanda. How much, with how many attempts Vishwamitra finally makes it. Trishankuhu. Lohitangaha. Lohitangaha is the red-bodied one. Means red-colored one, which is Mars. And Angara or Mangala or Mars. Trishankuhu, Lohitangaha, Brihaspati, Budhavapi. The two, Brihaspati and Buddha. What are they? Jupiter and I don't know English names.
Venus.
Huh?
Venus.
No, Venus is Shukra.
Shukra. Oh.
Brihaspati, Buddha.
Hmm.
Jupiter
Mangal.
and
Mangal. Buddha. Mars is Mangal.
So Brihaspati and Buddha also. So 4 planets and all other such planets. Daruna. They've all come Somam Abhyetya. They've all come around Soma. Soma is Chandra, covered Chandra, and just didn't move from there. Sarve Somam Abhyetya Vyavasthitaha. Sarve Grahaha Somam Abhyetya Vyavasthitaha. They've all come around moon, covered moon. It was moon eclipse, lunar eclipse. They said, "Tut, we are not moving." If Rama is not there, what is this? There is no point for us to function anymore. We will be dysfunctional like that. Nakshatrani gatarchishi.
Nakshatrabi
Nakshatrani
Nakshatrani
gatarchishi.
Gadarchishi
Grahascha gatatejasaha.
Grahascha Gatatejasaha
Vishakascha sadhumascha.
Vishakascha Sadhumascha
Nabhasi prachakashire.
Nabhasi Prachakashire.
So Nakshatrani gata archishi. Archishi. Gata is gone. Gone of what? Archishi. Archishi, Archa. Archas is their own radiance. The stars were without any radiance. So probably there is one dot there. Normally stars would blink. Twinkling stars. They are not twinkling anymore. There is no radiance in them. Nakshatrani gatarchishi. Grahascha gata tejasaha. The graha, each graha has a significant quality, and that's how we name them also. Guru means heavy, Gurutvam. The most biggest, heaviest planet is Guru. Or Shani, the slowest one, which is the farthest, because it is the most outside one. It has a farthest radius, and so its circumference will be the largest, and so it has to travel slow. Or Mangala is red. So each one has their own tejas in a way. Grahascha gata tejasaha. Each one lost their own jubilance. Whatever is their unique quality, whatever is their strength, they have lost their strengths. Vishakhascha sadhumascha. Vishakha, the other, what do you say? Other nakshatras.
Nakshatra, yeah, one of the 28 nakshatras.
Vishakha. Vishakha is one of the nakshatram, right? So Vishakha, that is one of the beautiful nakshatram. Vishakhastu sadhuma. It also became like fume. All the fume was covered up by the fumes. Even Vishakha, Nabhasi prachakashire. They were with all this fume, with no radiance. They were, prachakashire means actually they are glowing, but they're not glowing. I mean, they're glowing in with these lost qualities. With having lost their own strengths, they are remaining and glowing there in the Nabhas. Nabhas is Akash. Nabhasi. Kalikanila vegena
कालिकानिलवेगेन
mahodadhi mivodhatam
महोदधिमिवोद्धतं
Rame vanam pravrajite
रामे वनं प्रव्रजिते
nagaram prachachalatat.
नगरं प्रचचालतत.
So Rame vanam pravrajite. Upon the departure, in the departure of Rama to the forest, what were the other reactions? Mahodadihi. The Mahodadihi is the ocean. Mahaudadihi. Udakam dhi. The storage of Udakasya dhi is Udadhihi. Mahaudadihi, Mahodadihi. So the biggest source of water, which is the ocean, or biggest sink of water. Mahodadihi Kalikanila vegena uddhatam. Kalikanila vegena iva uddhatam. Kalika is that Kala, Kalika. Kalika means what? That end of the time. That time after which, when in a way time ends, or that cycle of time ends, the next cycle has to start. That is Kalika.
Pralaya Kalam.
Pralaya
Pralaya
Kalam.
Kalam.
Pralaya Kalam, yeah. So the very name Kalika, yes, we give a form of a tongue and all of this. What it means essentially is, it's a concept, it's an entity, or it's a concept, personified concept of end of time. And when time ends, for an individual or for the whole creation. And I've seen my mother-in-law, I've not seen her, but I heard. Last 6 hours, it seems, she struggled for breathing. When I reached there and I saw her, I was thinking, I try to do kumbhak. I do pranayam and do kumbhak. And I try to count how long am I able to hold it. 90 seconds has been my highest so far. I've never gone beyond it because I haven't tried more than that recently. For 90 seconds, after that, I leave and then immediately you take the breath. Then I thought 90 seconds, if holding breath is so tough. 6 hours she struggled. 12:30, they said last 6 hours she struggled before she passed. So, for an individual, that is the effect of the end of time. When the time ends, it will be so hell-like. So whether it is for individual or for the entire creation also. For the creation also, everything collapses. Everything is put to pain. Everything is dissolving. So that is Kalika. Kalika Anila. At that time, why everything dissolves? Because of the wind. The wind will come like anything and it'll befall all the trees, mountains, water. Everything will have to fall down. Kalika Anila Vegena, with that speed of that Kalika wind, Mahodati. Then what happens with that wind? The oceans also, with the tide, they rise up. And then flood. So Kalika Anila Vegena Mahodati Iva Uddhatam. Right? And Nagaram Tat Prachachara, and the whole city also got shaken up with Rama's departure. That is the situation of the Ayodhya when Rama left. Dishah paryakulas sarvaha.
दिशः पर्याकुलाः सर्वाः
Timireneva samvrtaha.
तिमिरेणेव संवृताः
Na graho napi nakshatram
न ग्रहो नापि नक्षत्रं
prachakashena kinchana.
प्रचकाशेन किञ्चन.
So now further more narration. Dishaha, the corners, we know Ashtadisha, Dasha Dishaha, in fact they say, right? And for them we have Diggajaha also. The ends are imagined to be like big gajas because they are holding this whole universe. Where is that end? Infinite. We don't know where it is. Nobody can ever reach that end. So Dishaha, such corners, such ends, they're not corners, let's call it ends. Such ends, Paryakulaha Sarve. Until those ends, whatever was living being, non-living being, all of them were Paryakulaha, Akulaha, sorrowful, Paryakulaha, all around. They're all sorrowful. Everything is sorrowful till the ends. That means nobody left out. Timirena iva samvritaha. Timiram is darkness. If there is darkness till the ends, if darkness spreads till the ends, in fact, darkness doesn't spread. If there is no light, then darkness remains. No light because moon is also covered by all these grahas as a bandh, and sun himself went away. Surya ravischa antardhiyata. Suryascha antardhiyata. He himself voluntarily went back. He said, I'm not shining anymore. So then the whole, till the ends, everywhere in this universe, it's all darkness. So timirena samvrtaha dishaha paryakulaha sarvaha. Na graho napi nakshatram prachakashe na kinchana. Neither the planets nor the nakshatras prachakashe, they were not glowing. Na kinchana, not even a bit. They said, no, lights off. We are not glowing. Engines off. If there is a radiator, motor or engine or a fireplace, whatever that brings any light, off. And in fact, that is why we celebrate Deepavali. Upon Rama's arrival back in the Yuddhakanda, finally, when we complete Ramayanam, we'll see. Because then people are happy, hey, Rama is back, right? So till then, no lights, man. We don't need lights. Come on, no point in that jubilation. There is nothing to celebrate like that. They were. So, na graho napi nakshatram prachakashena kinchana. Akasman nagara sarvaha.
Gasman Nagara Sarvo.
Jano dainyam upagamat.
Jano Dainya Upagamat.
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 Arareva vihareva.
Arareva Vihareva.
Na kaschid akarot manaha.
Nakaschid
Akarot manaha.
Vakron Manaha.
Na kaschid akaron manaha. So, akasmat nagaraha sarvaha janaha dainyam upagamat. All of them went to means they fell up. They fell into dainyam. Everybody was into sorrow, distress, depressed, unhappy, dissatisfied, all these negative feelings. Nagaraha sarvaha, all the urban guys, normally those who make parties, enjoy every day, but all of them, after Rama's departure, they all dainyam upagamat. They all went to dainyam. Means they all became negative, sorrowful. Akasmat, suddenly. Rama left. That's it. No reason, no other reason. All of them have suddenly become distressed like that. Arare va vihare va. Whether in their regular activities or in vacational activities, not vocation, vacations, enjoyment, retreats, either in retreats or on their work camps. Na kaschid akarot manaha. Nobody has heart, nobody has mind, nobody has desire to do any of those. Maybe people have already booked their resort, their cruise, maybe their resorts at Disney or whatever. But they just gave up. They didn't even cancel. They didn't even think of canceling those tickets. They just had no mind. Arey yaar, forget it. What's the point? Rama is not here and we have no heart to enjoy anything. So, na kaschid akarot manaha. I mean, nobody had their mind or heart to enjoy those. Shoka paryaya santaptaha.
शोकपर्याय सन्तप्तः
Satatam dirgham uchvasan.
सततं दीर्घमुच्छ्वसन्
Ayodhyayam janas sarvah.
अयोध्यायां जनः सर्वः
Shushocha jagati patim.
शुशोच जगतीपतिम्.
Shoka paryaya santaptaha. Again, we saw this word already. There it was putra shoka santaptaha was Dasharatha. Here, shoka paryaya. Paryayam means again and again. In rounds, in several rounds, in multiple rounds. In several multiple rounds of sorrow. They cry, then, eyes dry up, or they blow their nose. Okay, they go to the sink to wash their nose or whatever. They come back. They think, okay, now I cannot cry anymore. But body again generates some more tears in between. Ayo, again they start crying. So that is paryaya santaptaha. Shoka paryaya santaptaha. Even if they want to forget, they are unable to forget. Shoka paryaya santaptaha. Satatam, always. Dirgham uchvasan. Uchvasa. Dirgha, long sighs, long exhales. Ha, like that. Normally, when you see each other, you either give a smile like in America, or you'll say namaste. Ah, namaste, Ram Ram, kaise ho? But now, as soon as you look at somebody, because there is no mood to even greet the other person. So all you do is give a big exhale. Like that. Dirgha paryaya, dirgham uchvasan, satatam shoka paryaya santaptaha. Ayodhyayam janaha sarvaha. All the people in Ayodhya were like this. Shushocha jagati patim. They were only crying for the Jagati Pati, the king of this Jagat, for the lord of this Jagat, Sri Rama. They were crying for him. There is another patha called Chukopa. Chukopa Jagati Patim. All the people also have become angry. What is this, Rama? Could you not have protected, saved yourself? What is this? Like that, probably some people also got angry. Angry as in out of love. Out of love, they got angry. Bashpa paryakula mukha.
बाष्पपर्याकुलमुखः
Rajamarga gato janaha.
राजमार्गगतो जनः
Na hrushto lakshate kaschat.
न हृष्टो लक्ष्यते कश्चित्
Sarva shoka parayana.
सर्वशोकपरायणः.
So, shoka paryakulaha. Now, this is bashpa paryakulaha. Akula is sorrow all around. And with shoka, with either tragedy, or with bashpa, this time with tears. Tears flowing all over. Water flowing from eyes, from nose. Bashpa paryakulaha. Paryakula mukha. Faces with tear-ridden faces or tearful faces. Rajamarga gataha janaha. All those people who went behind Rama, walking, running, jogging as far as they could, and then stopped. Na hrushtaha lakshyate. They were not seeming to be happy at all. There is no happiness in them at all. Kaschit. Sarvaha Shokaparayana. There was not even one who seemed happy, and all of them were Shokaparayana. Shokaparayana is Vedaparayana, Vedaparagaha and all we know. But here they are Shokaparayana. Their only path is Shoka. Ayanam Parayanam. Their only end of their path seems to be Shoka Parayana. Navati Pavanaha
Navati pavanaha
Shita na Shashi Saumya Darshanaha
shita na shashi saumya darshanaha
na Suryas Tapate Lokam
na suryas tapate lokam
Sarvam Paryakulam Jagat.
sarvam paryakulam jagat.
So Navati Pavanaha. Pavana is the wind entity, the wind element. That wind, Navati, it is not blowing, it is not blowing at all. Na Shitaha Shashi Saumya Darshana. Nor is the Shashi cold. Normally moon should be cool and sun is hot, right? So neither wind blows nor is moon cool. Saumya Darshana. Normally moon, if you look at him, is so pleasing. Whatever mood we are in, we look at it, we get lost into it. Or some people become romantic, some people become nostalgic, some people become immersed in it, happy. But such moon is also himself not Saumya Darshana. He is not seeming to be Saumya anymore. He is seeming to be either crooked or harsh. Na Saumya Darshana Shashi. Na Suryaha Tapate Lokam. Nor is the sun heating up the world. Sarvam Paryakulam Jagat. The whole world is Paryakulam. All of these, the wind, moon, sun, all of them have put the world into sorrow. Paryakulam Jagat Sarvam. Anarthinas Sutas Strinam Anarthinas Sutaha
Anarthinastutaha
Strinam Bhartaro
Strinam Bhartaro
Bhratarastatha
Bhratarastatha
Sarve Sarvam Parityajya
Sarve Sarvam Parityajya
Ramamevanu Chintayan.
Ramameva Nuchintayan.
So, Sutaha Anarthinaha. The sons, Sutaha Anarthinaha, meaning normally Arthinaha. The children always are seekers because the children want something, food from the mother, money from the father, something else from stories from grandfather. They are always Arthina. They always seek something. All of them, children have become Anarthina. They said, we don't want anything. They're not seeking. They're not asking milk. They're not asking food. They're not asking money. They're not asking pocket money. Take me here, take me there. No. Sutaha Anarthinaha. Strinam Bhartaraha Bhataraha Tatha. So, everybody became Anarthinaha. Not only sons, Suta, not only children, Sutaha Anarthinaha, Strinam cha Anarthinaha. Of the women also, they are not seeking anything. Oh, Ramu ka baap, pita, jara, roti ka aata lao. No, they are not asking anything. Bhrataraha, Bhartaraha, nor are the husbands. Bhrataraha tatha, nor the brothers, siblings. Sarve sarvam parityajya. Everyone having given up everything, having given away everything. Sarvam parityajya Ramam eva anuchintayan. All of them were only worrying themselves about Rama. Ramam eva anuchintayan. Yetu Ramasya suhrudaha
ये तु रामस्य सुहृदः
sarvete mudha chetasaha.
सर्वे ते मूढचेतसः
शोकभारेण आक्रान्ताः
शोकभारेण चाक्रान्ताः
शयनं न जहुस्तदा.
शयनं न जहुस्तदा.
So Ramasya suhrudah ye those friends of Rama, those well-wishers of Rama, those whoever were there, te sarve moodha chetasaha. All of them were like mindless. They became mindless, or no consciousness, no thought. They became thoughtless. Arey, Rama is gone. Kya karna hai? What to do now? Te sarve moodha chetasaha. Shokabharena cha akrantaha. They were overcome by the shoka bhara, by the burden, by the heavy weight of the sorrow of the tragedy. Shayanam na jahuhu tada, nor have they gone to their beds. They all remained on the pavements. Normally, friends and all, they hang out. Youth friends and all, they hang out, at least in India. They hang out on the roads, they drink tea, some of them smoke. They gappa marte hai, they go to the park, walk and all. But at some point in the night, whatever, they come back home. They go back to their homes respectively. These fellows now, they said, na jahuhu. No, they didn't go back anywhere. They just remained there only, on the pavements, in the garden, wherever they were, or the tea stall, the pub, if they went to pub, whatever. They remained there. Nobody returned. All the friends of Rama, because they were so sorrowful. Tatastvayodhya rahita mahatmana
ततस्त्वयोध्या रहिता महात्मना
purandareneva mahisa parvata
पुरन्दरेणैव महीसपर्वता
chachala ghoram bhayashoka pidita
विचालघोरं भयशोकपीडिता
sanagayodhashvagananadacha
सनागयोधाश्वगणाननाद
nanadacha. So that's the last shloka of this narration here, of this sarga. Tataha tu Ayodhya Mahatmana Rahita. Rahita, Sahita, along with Rahita, without. Without that Mahatma, that Ayodhya, Tataha tu. However, it seemed like Mahi Saparvata Purandarena Iva. Just as Purandara is Indra. Mahi Saparvata, the earth with all the mountains, and Indra stands at the top of them, right? Mahi Parvata, like that, Ghoram Bhayashoka Pidita Chachala. This whole Ayodhya, without their Mahatma Rama, this entire Mahi Saparvata, without, as if that Mahatma, as if like Purandara, just as Indra is the Lord of all the divinities, so also Rama is the Lord of all Ayodhya and all this world. Just as without Indra, the whole divinity worlds cannot stay, so also this Ayodhya, without Rama, Ghoram Chachala, it moved, it got shaken up. Bhayashoka Pidita, with fear, with anxiety, and with sorrow, troubled with sorrow and anxiety, sorrow and anxiety and fear. Sanaga Ayodha Ashwagana Nanadacha. And this Ayodhya, with all the forces of Naga, elephants, Yodha, with the infantry, Ashwaganaha, with the horses also, Nanada, they all made their own respective shouts. shriek by elephants, "Woo!" the jumping up by horses, and people running here and there, throwing their ammunitions, etc., their weapons. So it made a lot of that unhappy, distressful situation and sounds. Such was Ayodhya there. Ityarshe
इत्यार्षे
Srimad Ramayane
श्रीमद् रामायणे
Valmikiye
वाल्मीकिये
Adikavye
आदिकाव्ये
काव्ये
Vyakande
अयोध्याकाण्डे
काण्डे
Ekachatvarinshah Sargah.
एकचत्वारिंशः सर्गः.
सर्गः.
Let's continue because we didn't do for so long. Let's continue for another 10-15 minutes and do a few more shlokas from the next one. Atha Dvichatvarinshah Sargah
अथ द्विचत्वारिंशः सर्गः.
Dasharathakrandah.
दशरथाक्रन्दः.
So we heard so far in the 41st Sarga, initially the woman inside the palace, inside the Antahpura have cried. Then the people have cried. Then the whole nature, the whole creation itself, Grahaha, Nakshatraha, Samudra, all of them have respectively expressed their sorrowful responses. Now this Sarga, Dasharatha is crying. Yavattu niryatastasya
यावत्तु निर्वतस्यस्य
Rajorupam adrishyata
रजोरूपं हृदश्यत अदृश्यत
नैवेक्ष्वाकुवरस्तावत्
नैवेश्वाकुवरस्त्वात् तावत्
संजहारात्मचक्षुषी.
संजहारात्मचक्षुषी.
So now while all of this was happening, the camera, now the shot is back on Dasharatha. Yavattu niryataha tasya. As long as niryataha of the departed Rama, Rajorupam adrishyata. Slowly, at least he could see the dust of the cloud of the dust behind the Ratha of Rama going away. At least he could see an imagination of Rama in the chariot, Sita, Lakshmana, in that. As long as he could see, he stayed there, he remained there, Dasharatha. Naiva Ikshwakuvaraha tavat sanjahara. He didn't move from there, he didn't depart from there, he didn't shake from there. He just remained there. Atma Chakshushi, with his own self eyes, not just the physical eyes, but his own eyes, the yoga eyes that he could see. He could see the Rama, even in the dust of, even in the cloud of dust, he could see that. But Yavat, as long as he could see, he remained there. After that, Yavad Raja Priyam Putram.
यावद् राजा प्रियं. Go ahead.
यावद् राजा प्रियं पुत्रं
Pashyatyant dharmikam.
पश्यत्यत्यन्तधार्मिकं
Tavad vyavardhate vasya.
तावद् व्यवर्धते वास्य
Dharanyam putra darshane.
धरण्यां पुत्रदर्शने.
So, Yavat Raja Priyam Putram Pashyati. As long as he was able to see Rama, his beloved son Rama, Pashyati, Atyanta Dharmikam, at most Dharmika Rama, living as long as he could imagine and see, visualize Rama. Tavat Vyavardhate Asya Dharanyam Putra Darshani. Tavat, so long or so much, Vyavardhate, there is another patha there. Tavad Vivardhate, Pamsu. Pamsu is dust also. So as long as, so long as the dust was rising, vivardhate was growing, was rising. So long as the dust was rising there, Dharanyam Putra Darshani, he was still trying to find some sight of Rama in spite of the covered dust. Through it, he was trying to see Rama as much as he could, Dasharatha. Na pasyati rajopyasya
न पश्यति रजोप्यस्य
yada ramasya bhumipaha
यदा रामस्य भूमिपः
tadartascha vishannascha
तदा तदार्तश्च विषण्णश्च
papata dharanitale.
पपात धरणीतले.
Imagine, even we also, let's say we try to stand on our toes to get the sight of dear thing. Even, let's say, imagine normal, I remember, even when my daughter was young and we went to Disneyland, there was a procession, Mickey Mouse and all, they come, and we all try to stand up on our toes and see. Once in a while, we lose the balance and sometimes somebody could fall down also. Such an old, elderly Dasharatha, he was also trying to stand on his toes and find the best sight of Rama, because people were also around the road, right? So over them, he had to find sight of Rama through the dust and all. And na pashyati rajaha api asya. Once the dust also slowly settled, na pashyati rajaha api asya ramasya yada bhumipaha yada asya ramasya rajaha api na pashyati bhumipaha. When after trying to find the sight for so long, finally when he couldn't find even the dust, sight of the dust, forget the sight of Rama, bhumipaha, tada, then artascha, he became artaha is sorrowful. Vishannaha, tragic, hurt, deeply hurt. Vishannaha. Dharanitale papata. He lost balance and he lost aim. And so, see, as long as you have aim, the pain in the body, you will not even know. As long as you are focused on something and you want to see that, body pains and all, you won't even be conscious of it. You won't be aware of it. That's our own experiences, respectively. But once you come back to consciousness, means once you forget that focus, once you lose that focus, then all the pains start up and you lose balance and you fall down. So also, King Dasharatha, once he lost sight of even the dust that was behind Rama's chariot, then he became hurt, he became sorrowful, and Dharani Tale Papata, he fell down on the ground. Tasya Dakshinamanvagat
तस्य दक्षिणमन्वागात्
Kausalya Bahumangana
कौसल्या बाहुमङ्गना
Vamam Chasyanvagat Parshvam
वामं चास्यान्वगात् पार्श्वं
Kaikeyi Bharatapriya.
कैकेयी भरतप्रिया.
As soon as Dasharatha fell down on the ground like that, immediately Tasya Dakshina Bahum, his right side, right arms to the right side, Kausalya Anvagat, Angana Kausalya Anvagat, the beautiful Kausalya, she went to give support to Dasharatha on his right side. Just as we saw several times when he was falling down, Rama would go and hold up Dasharatha. So likewise, now Kausalya also went to this right side of Dasharatha to give him support. Tasya Dakshinam Bahum Angana Kausalya Anvagat. Vamam Parshvam cha Kaikeyi Bharatapriya Anvagat. Then immediately Kaikeyi also ran to the Vamam, to the left shoulder side. To the left side, Kausalya, Kaikeyi went, who is the Bharatapriya, who is beloved, whose love is Bharata. That Kaikeyi, she went to the left side of Dasharatha and supported. So both Kausalya and Kaikeyi supported Dasharatha from falling down. from both sides. Tam nayena cha sampannaha.
तां नयेन च सम्पन्नः
Dharmena vinayena cha.
धर्मेण विनयेन च
Uvacha raja kaikeyim
उवाच राजा कैकेयीं
samikshya vyatitendriyaha.
समीक्ष्य व्यथितेन्द्रियः.
So, Raja, that Dasharatha, Uvacha, he said, after doing what? Nayena sampannaha. Naya is sort of abilities, leadership abilities. Nayena sampannaha, filled, one who's worthy, wealthy of all the abilities. Vinayena cha, also with a little politeness or with a little understanding. Vinayena cha sampannaha raja tam kaikeyim samikshya, by looking at her. Sorry, left hand side, right? By looking at her on the left hand side with a very lifeless emotion. Vyathita indriyaha, because hurt by all the senses, hurt by his eyes. They were red, cry, tear-filled, and so burning and aching. Nose also hurting, dried up, or runny nose, etc. Every sense of his body is hurt. Vyatitendriya tam kaikeyim samikshya. With such hurt senses, he looked at her, looked at that Kaikeyi, and Raja Vacha, he said this to her. Kaikeyi ma mamangani
Kaikeyi ma mamangani
sprakshistvam dushtacharini
sprakshistvam dushtacharini
nahitvam drashtumichhami
nahitvam drushtamichhami
na bharya na cha bandhavi
na bharya na cha bandhavi
ye chatvam anujivanti
ye chatvam anujivanti
naham tesham na te mama.
naham tesham na te mama.
How natural language is this? I mean, this is how exactly we also talk. So he said, Kaikeyi, ma mama angani sprakshihi tvam. You shall not touch. Sparsha sprakshihi. You shall not. Future order, Madhyama Purusha, of sprash. So you shall not touch. Kaikeyi, you shall not touch my body. Mama angani mas prakshihi tvam dushtacharini. You bad, ill-mannered or ill-behaving lady. Don't you even touch me. Nahitvam drashtumichhami. I don't like to see you. Get away. I don't even like to see you at all. Nahitvam drashtumichhami. Na bharya na cha bandhavi. Hey, you are not my wife anymore. You are not even related to me. Forget bharya. You are not even a relative of me. Na cha bandhavi. You are not even my relative. You are not my wife. Go away. Don't even look at me. Don't even touch me. I don't even want to see you. Get out of my sight. Not only you. Yecha tvam anujivanti. All those who follow you, or all those who are dependent on you, your mantra and all other servants, etc., that you have brought from your Kekai Rajya, from your mother home. Yecha tvam anujivanti. Naham tesham. I am not theirs. Nate mama. They are not mine. I'm giving up all of you. Your whole group. I hate you, all of you. Get away. Get out of my sight. I don't even want to see you. They are not mine. I am not theirs. We have no relationship. Na cha bandhavi, na bharya. Get away. Get lost. Is his first, most fearful reaction. We'll continue till 45, 5 more minutes. Then we can start. Kevalartha param hitvam
केवलार्थपरां हित्वां
त्यक्तधर्मां त्यजाम्यहम्
त्वक्तधर्मां त्यजाम्यहम्
अगृह्णां यच्छते पाणिं
अगृह्णां यच्छते पाणिम्
अग्निं पर्यणयं च यत्.
अग्निं पर्यणयं च यत्.
So he's just in a way divorcing. And see the beautiful Nahamartha Paro Devi, says Rama there. Nahamartha Paro Devi Lokam Lokamavastu Mutsahe Rishibhistulyamam Vidhimam Rishibhistulyam Kevalam Dharmamastitaha, said Rama there. I am not Arthapara. Whereas Dasharatha is now saying, Kevalarthapara hitvam. You are just materialistic, absolutely only materialistic, lady. Kevalam arthapara, kevalarthaparam hitvam, tyakta dharmam. Hey, you have given up dharma. Such you, tvam aham tyajami. You have given up dharma. We have lived for dharma for generations and generations since Ikshvaku and since Manu, since Surya. We have lived for dharma. You have given up dharma. Such you, I am giving up. Tvam aham tyajami. And how? Agrinnam yachate panim. So panigrahanam they do, right? They do panigrahanam in the marriage. Agrinnam yachate panim. Whichever hand I took, I held for you, held off you into marriage and brought you here. Agrinham, I'm leaving that hand. That hand which I held up, I'm beholding that. I'm beholding that hand. I'm not holding it anymore. Agrinnam yatchate panim, agnim paryanayam chayat. Not only that, we did agnim pariayanam, means we did pradakshanam around the Agni. That also I'm giving up. That you who have given up dharma, I am giving up the hand that I held. I am giving up the pradakshana that I did around that Agni for you. Giving up all of that because you are kevala arthapara tyakta dharma, and so I am giving you all. Anujanami tat sarvam.
Anujanami tat sarvam.
Asmin loke paratracha.
Asmin loke paratracha.
Bharataschet pratitasyat.
Bharataschet pratitasyat.
Rajyam prapyedam avyayam.
Rajyam prapyedam avyayam.
Yanme sadadyat pitrartham.
Yanme sadadyat pitratham.
Mamatat tattamagamat. Mamadattam agamat.
Mamadattam agamat.
No, Mama taddattam agamat.
Mama taddattam agamat.
So he's saying, Anujanami tat sarvam. I know what is going to happen next. I know everything that is going to happen. Asmin loke paratracha. For whatever short while I'm going to live now, I know I don't want to live. But for whatever short while I'm going to live in this world, asmin loke paratracha. Whether even in the other worlds, after worlds also. Bharataha pratitaha chet. If Bharata Rajyam idam avyayam rajyam prapya Bharataha syat pratitaha chet. If Bharata is going to obtain this infinite or this indispensable state, kingdom, idam avyayam rajyam prapya Bharataha pratitas chet. If Bharata feels fulfilled or successful, yat me pitrartham dadyat. If he gives pitrartham, means that pinda, etc. That if he gives that, mama tad dattam agamat, ma agamat. If he tries to pitrartham, I will not take. Let him not give any pitrartham for me. While I am living, also if he comes and tries to greet me, I'm not going to accept it. Even after my death, if he tries to give me any pinda, etc., I'm not going to accept. Please don't let Bharata do anything. Your son, don't do anything for me. I'm fed up of you to get lost. Is the kind of most vexed, frustrated response of Dasharatha that he's making here. Yeah, let's complete this one and then we can stop. Atharenu samudhvastam
अथ रेणुसमुद्ध्वस्तं
tamuthapya naradhipam
तमुत्थाप्य नराधिपं
nyavartata tada devi
न्यवर्तत तदा देवी
kausalya shoka karshita.
कौसल्याशोककर्षिता.
So then, after these shoutings of Dasharatha on Kaikeyi, Renu samudhvastam tam uthapya naradhipam. So by by raising him to stand up, Kausalya, tada Devi Kausalya, shoka karshita, even though she herself is fully, karshita is actually afflicted by sorrow. Nyavartata, she took Dasharatha and slowly started walking him away from there. So that means she raised him up and sort of made him, because he's shouting at Kaikeyi. She said, okay, Kaikeyi, go away. And so she was trying to take him away from Kaikeyi. We'll stop here and continue next week from the 11th sloka onwards. When he makes lot of sorrowful, how will Rama live? How will Lakshmana live? How will Sita live? What will I answer her father Janaka? All such sorrowful, I don't want to live anymore. All such sorrowful statements of Dasharatha, feelings of Dasharatha, emotions of Dasharatha, we will see. Dasharatha will be speaking throughout this Sunday. Okay. Anyone Shanti Mantra?
ॐ सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति
शान्तिः.
सर्वेभ्यः सुप्रभातं सुदिनं च.